What is good, fellas, and hope you boys are all having a fantastic day. A little bit of a different video from me, because we're also seeing this on the, we'll call it the third channel. This will probably become some form of a second channel. Not exactly sure what I want to post on here. Maybe some in real life stuff. We'll figure that out at a later date. But right now, we have the first episode of literally Ask Me Anything. I want to make this a series. I'm not going to say I want to make it a weekly series, because how many times do you guys want to ask me random questions? I don't think it's going to be weekly. But depending on how you guys like these type of videos, we will work off that. I want to give you guys the backstory on why I wanted to do one of these. Growing up, I used to love just learning more about my favorite YouTubers. Seeing like what they do outside of making videos was super cool to me. Well, I guess I have a sort of following now, which one, absolutely insane. Shout out you guys. But two, I decided I wanted to do it. Questions are coming from my Discord. They're also coming from my Twitter. Link to both of those will be in the description of this video if you want to hop in for next time. Without further ado, though, let's slide on over to question number one. All right, so I think the way we're going to do it right now is I have it broken down into three separate groups. I got questions about me. I got questions about Madden. I'm a Madden YouTuber. Obviously, we're going to have some Madden questions. And then I just got random questions, LeBron or AJ Johnson. Yeah, next time we do this, I'm going to make a Google Slides. This was just kind of a last minute idea for me, and I wanted to get something out for you guys. But right now, we're just going to read straight from the Google Doc. Totally forgot to give credit to every single person that asked a question. But if you asked me a question and took time out of your day to ask me a question, you wanted to learn about me, thank you. Genuinely cannot believe like we have even this many questions of people being interested in me. Let's start with the big one. Why did you start creating content? The short answer there, it's something I've always wanted to do. The older you get, the more you realize that you don't have unlimited time. Time is not something you can get back. There's a reason I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning every single day, and that is because I am trying to cheat hours in the day. Also, the older you are getting, and I guess I'm getting, I had to realize that I have to eventually get a real adult job. Something that has always scared me. It's something that I feel like I could necessarily be good at, but it's not something I've always wanted to do. I never viewed myself as somebody who was going to take orders from somebody. I always viewed myself as somebody who was going to do their own thing. I've tried my own thing for probably a lot of years. Some of it stuck, some of it hasn't stuck, some of it is currently happening right now. But creating content, and especially creating content in Madden, has been a dream of mine. It wasn't always possible. I was not the person I am today 4 years ago. I was definitely not the person I am today 8 years ago. If you ask 16-year-old Moshi or Tyler, my name is Tyler, what I would look like, what I would be doing today, I would be just shocked of the person I am today. So the fact that I have the capabilities now to do something that I've always dreamed of doing, I feel like I owe it to myself, essentially, to just give it a shot. I look up to a lot of people, especially people who make YouTube videos, as dumb as that sounds. That is something I have genuinely found an escape in and have helped me through some times. And I feel like if I can be half of what they are to other people, hey, I'll make something work off that, you know? How did I choose the name Moshi? This is a pretty good question. I don't think the answer is anywhere on the internet, but how did I choose the name Moshi? The real answer, I was an MMG fanboy. Think back to MMG's old Xbox gamer tag. It was Moshi Moshi Man, I'm pretty sure. So I'm pretty sure I was a junior in high school, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna change my Xbox gamer tag to Moshi Moshi Boy. And then from there, I was like, well, if we ever queue up in a party, it'll be super dope, and we'll be friends. We never queued up in a party. It never worked like that. And the name just stuck as my Xbox username, and it's been that ever since. So when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to name my channel, I was actually on a cruise in the middle of Italy. Not a flex, just kind of like a weird thing that I remember. This was the summer going into my junior year of, I guess, college. So I'm sitting there on my TikTok app trying to figure out what I want to call my brand, essentially. And I was like, you know what? My Xbox name is Moshi Moshi Boy. I'm just gonna go with Moshi. Totally gonna change it. I don't like this. I thought it was, kind of corny. I took it from MMG is my YouTube goat. I'm just gonna say that right now. I didn't want to be seen as a copycat of MMG. Well, what'll be a year and a half later down the line, it is still my name. It has grown on me, and I definitely am glad I made that decision. So shout out MMG. Odds he sees this are -1, but shout out MMG. Did you always dream of doing content creation for a job? Did you have any other career paths in mind? Like I said, yes, this has always been a dream for me. Other career paths, fellas, I am probably going to have to get a real job post-graduation. I always wanted to run my own business, and I think you can view a YouTube channel as your own business. I used to resell shoes, resell things like that. I still kind of do it on the side, but my probably like the course of like 8 years of my life, my biggest dream was opening up a resale shoe store in New York City. After seeing what those things cost, it's not worth your time. Just do it online. But for a good portion of my youth, that is what I wanted to do. Right now, I'm currently in the, like, I guess, career path to go into tech sales. Not something I want to do, but something I probably will have to do. But if this YouTube thing can take off within the next, 6 months, I start in August, that would be elite, and I would happily drop that in a heartbeat. Definitely one day down the line, this is like a super niche thing. I want to open up my own sleepaway camp. To go to sleepaway camp when I was younger, and those were the best years, I guess the best summers of my life. The one I went to closed down during COVID. If I could like bring that back one day when I'm just like rich and famous, I think that would be so sick. I guess you could call that a future career path in mind. Are you in a relationship? If so, how long have you been together? I am. I have been with my girlfriend since senior year of high school, so it's, 4.5 years now. She's great. I've been trying to get her in a video. We'll have to see when EA wants to bring back another draft mode, because you guys know that my girlfriend draft my team video, it's dropping. Hitting up the thumbnail guy to make a banger thumbnail, and you guys know how those videos go. What made you want to start running? This is a question, like, you have to, like, actually follow me on multiple platforms to kind of understand, but I would consider myself a big runner. A few answers to this question. I want to go with the big one. The thing I've probably never said on the internet, and I probably never thought I would say on the internet, I have a lot of mental health just issues, we'll call it. I was diagnosed with Tourette's when I was in 5th grade. So mental health has been something that I've struggled with for, it's been my whole life. It's a battle. You take it day by day. You don't just win mental health, but you take it for what it is. So to kind of combat that whole mental health side of me, when I was growing up, I used to do sports, football, soccer, basketball. That was kind of my outlet to let go of those things. But once you get older, and eventually for pretty much every single athlete, even if you make it to the professional leagues, your athletic career is going to come to an end. It just wasn't something I was able to wrap my head around. And so for about 2 years after high school, I was just going through it, have that competitive edge that I once had. I lost that drive that made me me. And I kind of felt lost. Lucky for me, running is something that literally anyone can do. My dad is one of like the greatest runners I have literally ever met on the planet. And so that kind of made it easy for me to get into it. A lot of people think like running sucks. It does suck, but it's also a competition with yourself. I'm a very competitive person by nature, and so every day competing with yourself running wise, it's a fun time. I used to be so against running with no purpose, but now I completely take that back. Running is the greatest sport known to man. If you could go back to freshman year of college, would you change your major? 100% yes. Supply chain major, and I do not like it. I despise it, actually. What's your career goals outside of YouTube? This is a tough one because there are a lot of things I want to do, but they all stem from building a following on the internet. My dream job, just throwing it out there, start my own podcast where I talk about sports with my friends. You guys know KOT4Q, Kenny Beecham, Numbers on the Board, and their whole thing they got going on over there. That is my dream job times a million. Talking sports with your friends. I mean, it's what you do at the lunch table. It's what you do growing up. It's what we do every single day in our text. So doing that for a career, I think that would be dope. I think I could potentially get there by going through YouTube. Mentioned opening up a sleepaway camp. It's kind of like a 40-year thing down the line. When it's all said and done, how can I give back to everyone that's given to me? I mean, who knows what else I could possibly think of. I am 22 years old, about to graduate in May. Favorite part of doing YouTube or content in general? When I started, it was just seeing how many views I could get off talking about a video game. Now it is this community we have built. Community we have built over the last less than a year has been absolutely insane to me. The fact that I'm even able to make a video like this because people wanted to know things about me just blows my mind. Discord to me is just the coolest thing of all time. Random people talking to random people, all, I guess you could call it falling under me, but it literally is just like a community we have built. I have people helping me out for free because love of the game, I don't know, but the community we have built, it's insane. You know who you are. I love you guys. You guys are the best. By far, that's been the coolest part about doing content so far. This is something I want to continue to grow on. Going back to the career goals outside of YouTube, I want to do something to give back to the community. I don't know what that is, but that would be super, super cool. Who's been the biggest influence in your life? Far has to be my parents. They love me, support me, and push me to be the best person I can be every single day. They've supported me on every just thing I have tried to do. I know my mom and my dad are my biggest fans when it comes to YouTube, so shout out mom and dad. Favorite class of all time? Probably none of them. Going back to like the career aspirations, wanting to do my own thing, I do not like school. It matters, it is important. I do not find it fun being told what to learn. Get it, there are curriculums, and that's kind of how things are supposed to go, but my brain just thinks outside of the box. If we had to pick my favorite class of all time, I'm in a sports marketing class right now this semester, final class of college, and then 4 class periods, by far my favorite class I have ever taken at this university. Down to the Madden stuff. Who is your least favorite and favorite Madden content creator? I have a least favorite Madden content creator. Everything I've ever watched, I watch it because I like it, and I haven't met anyone that I don't like, so no one. Favorite Madden content creator, I mean, MMG has to be somewhere on that list. Want to go Ultimate Team, you got to talk about the Xerxes, the Swifts, the Doms. Those are the people I'm kind of, I guess, formulating my channel after. Popular Strangers, CC, Gut Fox, Mazomatic, those were all people I watched growing up. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody off the top of my head. Vic is absolutely hilarious. There are just so many people that I've watched growing up, and also like now they follow me on Twitter, which is kind of cool. Like a fan doing this, which is just sweet to me. Do you actually enjoy Madden 25, or do you feel like this is all we have? I like Madden 25. I think Madden 25 is a good game. EA is trying a little bit. We are getting free champions in the field pass for the last 2 promos. That is not something we typically get. This year's Zero Chill was so good. I actually like Madden 25. Yes, EA does things that just, you know, makes me question a lot of things, but I actually like Madden 25. Best Madden card ever. I'm going to go with Madden 20's Derrick Henry quarterback. Was it Madden 20? It might have been Madden 21. Either way, that Zero Chill Derrick Henry quarterback, that was my quarterback for probably 5 months. If we want to go more recent, Doug Williams with last year's Super Bowl promo. Card was elite. What got you into Madden? So my first like real sweaty Madden experience is going to be Madden Mobile 16. There's a reason we talk about that game so much on the channel. I probably mention it 5 times a week. It is because that is my pride and joy. If EA could find a way to just drop that game again, I would relive it with the amount of hours I spent on it. It's definitely the game that hooked me onto the series, but also I just love football. I love watching football. I love talking football. I guess I love playing football video games as well. So kind of having that football, we'll call it background, and just Madden Mobile 16. I guess that's what got me into Madden. Random questions. Go-to video game of all time is going to be Clash of Clans. That game is timeless. Supercell is a top 3 company of all time, in my opinion. LeBron or AJ Johnson? I'm going with my absolute GOAT, LeBron. Shout out AJ Johnson, but LeBron is the guy. Go-to fast food. You can't go wrong with Chick-fil-A. You could get anything in the world. What would you get? This is a good one. I'm gonna take this as like, if I could get any item in the world, what item would I pick? I think I mentioned this in the video, but I resold shoes. I kind of still resell shoes, not nearly as much. Red October Yeezys. That is my grail. That is what I am picking. I know I made it in life when I can buy a pair of Red Octobers and just say, hey, they're gonna sit on my shelf, but here they are. If you had to root for a CFB and NFL team other than the one you cheer for, who would it be? College football, that one's tough. I don't know. You guys see the shirt? I'm gonna go with, I don't know. This one's tough, because like, if you're not part of like an SEC fan base, you probably won't understand this, but it's like crucified to cheer for another team. I'm gonna go with Virginia Tech because a lot of my friends go there and they haven't been great. NFL team, I'm gonna go with the Bengals. Love Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. I am we'll call it bandwagon Bengals fan. I now have Jaden Daniels, so I don't really care about that one LSU quarterback. We got the better one now. I also had Jamar Chase on my fantasy team this year. Shout out Jamar Chase. Favorite Chipotle order? I think this is the last question I wrote down. To order brown rice, double steak and chicken. Then we got the corn, we got the sour cream, we got cheese, and if you want to spend the extra, you got to get the guac. No beans or lettuce. I do not like lettuce on anything except salad. Weird thing right there. And boys, that is everything we got when it comes to the first Ask Me Anything. I just want to again say thank you for everyone who sent me in questions, everyone who, watched this video. Even if you didn't watch this video, but you watch my Madden stuff, you're in the Discord, you follow me on Twitter, you follow me on TikTok, I appreciate you guys. There's one thing I want you guys to take away from this. YouTube has always been my dream. It might not have been something I was always capable of doing, but I'm capable of doing it now, and it's just surreal to me that we are able to do this. You guys are genuinely changing my life, and I just appreciate you guys each and every single day. This is all I think about. This is all I talk about, because this honestly is all I want. The reason I post 3 videos a day every single day, and is because this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, so I am willing to do whatever it takes to get there. Putting my social life at school on pause just because of how badly I want this, is that smart? Probably not, but at the end of the day, I do know it will be worth it. All said, boys, I love you guys so freaking much. Have a fantastic rest of your Friday afternoon. Go outside, touch grass, and I'll catch you boys later. Peace, guys. Have a good one.